Hi, I'm Holly Pavlica. I created Momentum. I meet a lot of interesting people in the course of writing this blog. I'd like to introduce you to some of the friends I've met along the way.
I think that brands should be definitely reaching out to the mom blogs and dad bloggers, as you will. But I think it doesn't necessarily have to always be about numbers. I think it has to be about the loyalty of the readers that follow a particular blogger and whether they're interested in that person's life or the product reviews or whatever it is that they bring to the table. I also think that the brands should be very diverse in who they work with. I think that it's a very diverse country, and I don't think that the brand should be going after X just because they have like 100,000 hits a month. Because for the most part, that blogger is probably not targeting a certain demographic, but is reaching a certain demographic. So I think that brands in general should be very holistic and diverse in who they're working with. I don't necessarily think that just because they think that somebody's an influencer because of their numbers, that people are going to rush out and buy something. I think that, like any marketing campaign, it takes several exposures to a brand before somebody's actually going to go to the store or go online or pick up the phone or whatever to buy something. And just because a company is deemed blogger A to be an influencer, I don't know if I necessarily believe that that's the case. They're just looking for sort of data to support that. But on average, I mean, it's not possible unless a quote unquote influencer is actually writing or videotaping about a particular brand over the course of like a year. I don't think going to blogger X and asking them to write a post or doing a giveaway one time is really going to influence a swath of people. I think you're going to get the same number of, I guess, sales as you would if you were like running a $10 million ad campaign. I do have some relationships with some big brands, and it's an ongoing relationship, which I prefer as opposed to, hi, we have this product we'd like you to review, or can you come to this event? And then, so the expectation is that you review it. Because I think that over the long term, I think that you are building up a loyalty amongst your readership, and they want to hear about that particular brand or how you're using that brand. I mean, for instance, like I get pitched a lot for beauty brands, and I mean, unless I'm using like a moisturizer for 8 months or 9 months, I mean, I really am not going to be able to really seriously tell you, is this something that you should really go out and buy? I mean, I'll use it for a couple of weeks and then I'll tell you, but 8 months is probably, I should be reporting on this 8 months from now, not 2 weeks from now, because that's the nature of a beauty product. It takes time for it to work. I mean, in the beginning, when I started the blog, I had absolutely no expectations about working with any brands. And now I'm trying to work with brands that I really believe in, and I want to have a long-term relationship with them.